Hi everyone, hope you can see me. We're back up the river again. It's Sunday the 29th of December. I hope you all had a nice Christmas, and I certainly did. And I've come up here again today hoping to do some fishing. Once again, for the third time running, it's flooded across the fields. It's along across the back of me. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like. That's across the back of me. Now, what I'm intending to do today, I've come to the same place as I got to last time. It was the only spot I could fish. Although it looks pretty bad, I must say I've already seen several swims that look fishable today, unlike the last time I come up here. Now, this is where I fished last time, and this is where I intend to fish today, down there. It's a bit stodgy, but I should be all right, as long as I keep my foot in and that. I say, you can see, look, it's right across the back there. It's like sheets of glass. So much water, so much water. But I was intent on coming up here, and I'm here all day today. It's time wise, it's about not far short of 9:15. What I do, I'm going to get set up, and then I'll run you through the baits and tactics that I'm using today. So I'm hopeful. Slight movement over there. Only a small one, but at least they're there. Anyway, we'll see how we get on, and I'll catch up with you when I'm all ready to start fishing. See you later. Right, I'm all set up and ready to go. I'll run you through what baits I'm using. I've got my loaf of bread. I've got some worms, and I've also got red and white maggots. And I've also got, I'm using the cage feeder this morning, today, and I've got this cheese and garlic Dynamite's Big Fish River ground bait. And I've just knocked some of that up. I've thrown about 4 or 5 balls out, just out there. I've knocked it up quite, not too wet, not too stodgy, because I think it's probably about 5 foot deep out there. I mean, if it was a lot deeper than that, I'd knock it up a lot heavier, but that should be fine. If it does need any more water added to it, then I can always do that a bit later. I've got my normal rod with me today, with the orange tip. I've got a flat bottomed feeder, which we got here, which holds the bottom better on the rivers rather than the round barrel type. And then that just, it's got a quick change thing on it, and then that it's on a running line, so it can just let me see if I can show you. If you can pick that up. Like that. Trace is probably about, I don't know, a couple of feet long. I can always adjust that if I need to. And I'm going to be targeting the same spot as I've done last time, just out there to my left. And so I've put some balls of ground bait out there. I'm actually quite pleased with the conditions, considering the amount of, the amount of water that was in the fields as I came up here today. I thought, flipping, could struggle again today to find somewhere to fish. But where everything's died back so much now, this time of year, you can actually get down. I could have even fished further along, but because when I fished this particular peg last time, it was snag free, and I thought that'd do me. I didn't have any problems with any snags here, so having said that, you probably have this opposite today, but you don't know. So I'm going to get started, and I'll let you know and film any fish that I catch, and hopefully I'll have something to show you. Maybe some nice chub or bream or a nice roach of a pound or two, who knows. But we're here till about 4 o'clock today, so we are here all day long. So I've also got, I'll show you it a lot later today, I've got another little rod that I bought at Christmas time, or that I had at Christmas time, and a new reel, and I'll show you that a lot later, maybe dinner time or something. So I'll catch up with you and I'll film anything that I catch, and see how it goes. We're actually fishing now, first cast out there. I'm just out there, I've got bread flake to begin with on there. I'm using a size 10 hook, 6-pound line straight through. So conditions aren't too dissimilar to what they were like when I was here last time. Overcast, quite mild. Unbelievable really for this time of year. I always say that, but it is really. I mean, it's good for the fishing. You can get out fishing in these temperatures, and that's a lot more comfortable, but it's not right really. So I will alternate between bread, worms and maggots throughout the day, and just basically see how it goes. I mean, the water's quite a nice colour today, sort of a greyish brownish colour. It does look quite good actually. Right, I'll get back to you if anything happens. Well, I haven't had nothing yet, but I've had a couple of decent bites, so there's definitely fish out there. I've changed to maggots now, and I'm getting a bit more action on them. I haven't had nothing on the bread yet. It's a very dull day today. Overcast. I suppose temperatures must be about 9 or 10 at the moment, but I think they're supposed to get up to around 12, 13, possibly even 14. So I've had a couple of bites on the red maggots, but I missed them. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later if anything happens. Well, it's 10:10 now. I've been fishing for roughly about an hour and 20 minutes. No fish on the bank yet. All in all, I suppose I've had about 3 or 4 bites. A couple of the bites were sort of drop back bites, but nothing on there as yet. I've got bread flake on there again now. I've been using maggots, that's what I've been getting the bites on, but I've changed back to bread again. Although it's supposed to be mild today, actually feels quite chilly here. Actually, it's not that warm. The water levels have dropped down here anyway to what they were last time I was here. Oh. But nothing as yet. So I'm here till, going to be here till about 4 o'clock. So I've got a long session today. No work next week, which is great. I might have another session somewhere next week. I'm not sure yet. I'll probably give the worms a go in a minute as well. Right, I'll catch up with you a bit later if anything happens. Well, I'm off the mark at last. A really nice roach. Have a look at this. Lovely roach. Beautiful. Right, let's get her back. Cool. Brilliant stuff. In you go. Oh, I'm well pleased with that. I'm off the mark. It's always good when you get your first one. I suppose it must have been about £1/2. The best roach I've had is about £1, so if I can get anything bigger than that, cool, I'll be well pleased. Great stuff. Right, let's get her back out there again. That was on red maggots. Starting to get a bit stodgy here now, where I'm walking about on the mud and that, but we'll soldier on. Right, I'll catch up with you if anything else happens. And roach number 2. That's 2 in 2 casts. Not as big as the last one, but still most welcome. Brilliant. There we are. A nice river roach. There we go. He's gone. Well, I'm well pleased with this. Getting bites quite regularly now. I think the old ground bait's working out there now as well. Takes a while for it to start, for the fish to sort of home in on it, doesn't it? But let's keep going while the bites are there, while the fish are there. Let's keep going. I'll see you soon. I just lost a third roach. Just got it to the edge there and it come off. Not a very big one, but it just came off. I'll put some chopped worm on here now. See if we can just see if there's anything different out there. Maybe pick up a perch or a bream. That'd be nice. Just to recap again what baits I am using. As I said before, I'm using cheese and garlic ground bait in a cage feeder, a flat bottom cage feeder on one side. 6-pound line straight through and a size 10 hook, alternating between maggots, bread and worms. All the 3 roach that I've had so far have all come on red maggots. Little knock on there then. catch up with you a bit later. A cracking roach of about ½ pound. Beautiful fish. Now I've pulled the old rod tip round, I tell you. That's roach number 3. I persevered with bread flake, had a little knock on it, but I've changed back to the red maggots again, and straight away I got this fella. Whew, lovely. Oh, cool, I'm well pleased with that. Right, that's 3 roach then. 2 of about ½ pound, and 1 a bit smaller. See if we can get, I'm convinced there's fish down there of £1 pound or more. That's what I'm after. Roach of anything over £1 pound would be brilliant. Right, let's crack on. Well, roach number 4. I've had to use I've got a different camera for Christmas, cheap. It's a cheap one, but it helps me out if something happens to the other one. The other one wasn't working for some reason. I don't know whether the battery needs replacing, which I'll do in a minute. Yeah, roach number 4. That's on chopped worm this time. They're not bad roach either. Yeah, lovely. In you go. Right, so that's 4 roach and a bream, a small bream. It's it's 12 now. It's the situation. 4 roach and a small bream, so it's good stuff at the moment. Right, let's get cracking. I'm going to have some dinner in about 25 minutes, and as I promised you earlier, I don't want to take my down, I'm bloody freezing. I'll show you the new rod that I've got and the new reel as well to go with it. I'm not going to use it today, but I will probably be using it the next time I come up here. See how I get on with it. Right, I'll catch up with you a bit later. Well, I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if any bream or chub will come into the swim, and I've just picked up this fella. Small bream. It is only a small one, but most welcome. Different species. Lovely stuff. Right, let's get her back. So that's there you go. That's 3 roach and a bream. Oh. Right. Oh, this is great. It's getting so blooming slippery here though. Christ almighty. It's very muddy. Whew. Yeah, I'm more or less getting a bite of cast again now on red maggots. Right, let's get back out there again. Well, it's about 10 to 12 now, so I'm on 3 roach and a bream, a small bream. I'll tell you what, although it's supposed to be mild today, I'm bloody freezing. I really am cold. Although the sun's just starting to poke through the clouds now. So all the fish, all the bites are coming like last time, just down there. I think what I'll do now, I think my battery's running a bit low, so I'm going to swap the battery over and put a new one in, just in case. So I think it is definitely getting low. Okay, I'll catch up with you a bit later. Well, the time now is about 1:15. Just been having a chat with a really nice bloke who fishes up here quite regularly. Mark, his name is, and he's been giving me a few tips on what where to cast and that, and much obliged to him. I haven't caught anything else yet. I'm still on, I think it's 4 roach and a small bream. but there are bream feeding over that far side, which I'm now casting to. I mean, originally I've been fishing here, but I'm now fishing over the far side there, just away, just out that current, with red maggots and a feeder full of cheese and garlic ground bait. And hopefully, I'm hoping that I can pick up a nice bream or something. That'd be lovely. Because they're definitely feeding out there. It's gone a bit quiet bite-wise over the last, well, about the last hour really. It's gone a bit quieter, but I'm hoping it's going to pick up again. What bit of breeze we did have has dropped now, so I'll keep pressing on, and I'll catch up with you a bit later. I thought I'd do, while it's gone a bit quiet, I'll show you my new rod that I've got. If you can pick it up here. It's I haven't put it together. It's an 8-foot Omni feeder by Shakespeare. And you've got twin tips there. One's a yellow tip and one's a red tip. Let's just see. I was trying to get the Avanti rod, but they'd sold out, and although they've got them back in again now, I'd already bought this. Right. There we are. Yeah, it's made by Shakespeare. You've got that fine yellow tip look on there, and it's just an 8-foot rod, which I think is perfect size for if you're fishing swims where you've got trees either side of you, or bushes, you know, and it's awkward when you've got a long rod, a rod of about 11-12 foot, which is the sort I've got here now, which is all right in this swim, but yeah, and it's got a cork handle to it. And the reel that I got, I'll show you that as well while I'm here, is, where are we? This little baby, a Nomura FW 2000. And it really does look a brilliant little reel. And that's loaded with 6-pound line. So I can't wait to use them. I'm not going to use them today, as I say, but I've got them in case it's still moving over there. I've got to get my rod back out there again, fill that feeder up. So I'll catch up with you a bit later. Hopefully we can get into them bream. Well, I had a few casts over the far side, didn't get any bites, so I've started fishing back where I was earlier in the day, and I've just had this. A nice bream. You know, it's got a mark on it, look. It's a nice bream, probably a couple of pound. Lovely stuff on red maggots. That's just what I want. That was just down there again. So I'm going to get her back. So I'm now on, I think it's about 4 or 5 4 roach and a couple of bream. There we go. Lovely jubbly. So I'm going to stick with that swim because I've fed it with plenty of ground bait, so it's really, they should be down there. Oh, great stuff. Right, so I think it's 4 roach and 2 bream. We'll keep ploughing on. Well, it's about 5 to 2 now. So I'm on about, I think it's, is it 4 roach or 5? I don't know, 4 or 5 roach and 2 bream. That last one was the biggest one I've had from the river so far. It's about £1.5 pounds. So I'm going to stay to around 4, or as long as I can. As long as the light will let me. It's a good spot here. It is a good spot. Right. I just had another cracking roach. This is roach number 5, I believe. Let's see if I can get him. Look at that. Lovely fish. I thought it was another bream for a minute, but it wasn't. Beautiful roach. Right, let's get her back. Probably about £1/2 pound. There we go. Oh, this is great stuff. That's 5 roach and 2 bream. Really are having it out there now. I'm going to get back out there again. See you soon. Well, it's 2:30 now. Haven't had anything else since. I'm on about 4 or 5 roach and a couple of small bream. The old sun's out now. I mean, if you're well wrapped up, it ain't a bad evening or afternoon. It seems later than 2:30. I'm hoping to get one more before 4 o'clock if I can. Those temperatures are starting to drop now though. I really have enjoyed it. You know, I've learnt a bit more. I thank Mark for that. You know, any information you can get on the river is, you know, like gold dust, brilliant. And although I only fished over the far side for about half an hour, next time I come out I will probably fish over the far side if the conditions warrant that. It's just that I'd fed this swim here and I was getting, although for that hour and a half while Mark was here, the bites had gone right off, but before that and for a while after that they'd come back on again. where I'd fed that swim quite heavily, but been a really enjoyable day's fishing, and it ain't over with yet. Just show you the other waters around the back of the bank, the other side, look. Right across the fields, look. And again, right over the other side, over there as well. It's like a giant lake. But the river itself is dropping. Right, what we got? We've got about another hour and 20 minutes of fishing left. Let's see if we can winkle one more out or something before then. Well, it's 5 to 3 now, so for the last hour it's gone really dead down here now. So what I've done, I've gone back over the other side again. I'm going to fish for the last hour over the far side and just see if we can pick a bonus fish up at all. Still got 3 red maggots on. I think really I should probably scale the hook down. I'm using a size 10. I should really probably go to a size 16. But so next time I come up here, I should bear that in mind. And although I've been catching on size 10, really does feel a lot later than 3 o'clock. It's certainly turning colder now. Certainly enjoyed it today. As I say, 4 or 5 roach. I'm not sure exactly if it's 4 or 5. I should look back on the video and find out. And a couple of bream, a couple of small bream. One was about 1.5 pounds, which is the biggest one I've had from the river yet, but I want to get bigger ones in that. It's good to know there's plenty of bream up here. So it has gone very quiet now. So when Mark was here early on, you could see the bream feeding the bubbles over the far side. In all fairness, I was probably a bit slow to react to it really, but never mind. I should bear that in mind for the next time I come up here. There's still time to pick up another fish. I've got all my stuff back on the bank now, or most of my stuff, ready to put away come 4 o'clock. So anyway, I'll catch up with you a bit later if anything happens. Well, just when I was thinking about making it the last cast, I just had another cracking roach. Really have. I'll show it to you. Really are lovely roach, they really are lovely quality. Look at that, beautiful. Little beautiful red fins on it. Cracking river roach, winter roach. That's roach number 5 or 6. Again, just in front of that tree, this tree here. Right, let's get her back. I'm going to have another cast. There we go. Brilliant stuff. I say they're not just piddly little roach, they're nice quality roach. I'm going to have another one. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Oh, it's a lovely time of the day to be fishing now. It's cold. The old sun's just starting to disappear over there. But it's just taken on a look of as if you're going to get a bite again. It just looks like it now. Did have a little bite again since that last roach, but nothing came of it. Really is magic, this is. Winter fishing on the River Adur up at Henfield. So you never quite know what you're going to get. We've had 2 species today, roach and bream. I mean, my target is to get a roach over a pound and a bream over 4 pound. That's what my target is. Any other fish, I don't know, a perch, biggest 2 3/4, anything over that size would be lovely. Chub over anything over 3 pound, and a tench anything over 4 pound, and any sort of carp, because I've never yet caught a river carp. Hopefully I will do. It's been very enjoyable days fishing. The time's gone so quick again. So I think this will be the last cast this time. It's 3:30 now. I could stay here longer. I'm just thinking that, you know, if it gets too dark for me to pack my stuff, although I've got a light up here. I've got a light with me if I need it. So all my fish have all come from down there, as they did the last time I fished this peg. I will give other pegs a go up here, definitely. But no doubt about it, definitely seems to be a stretch for roach up here, and nice roach as well. It doesn't actually look so chubby here as it does at Betley Bridge around the bend where I fished before. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day. And if I don't catch anything else in the next 5 minutes, I'll say goodbye now, and I'll give you my update later on. and then I'll see you on the next one. Well, thanks for watching anyway, and unless anything else happens in the next 5 minutes, bye for now. Third small bream, third skimmer. Again, I was just thinking of packing up, threw a load of maggots out there, and I got this one. This has been the smallest of the breams so far. This really is a skimmer. But most welcome. That's about 6 roach and 3 bream now. lovely. Right, I still think I might have one more cast, just one more. Right, let's get her back out once more. Oh, it's a lovely time of the day to be fishing now. It's cold. The old sun's just starting to disappear over there. But it's just taken on a look of as if you're going to get a bite again. It just looks like it now. Did have a little bite again since that last roach, but nothing came of it. Really is magic, this is. Winter fishing on the River Adur up at Henfield. So you never quite know what you're going to get. We've had two species today, roach and bream. I mean, my target is to get a roach over a pound and a bream over 4 pound. That's what my target is. Any other fish, I don't know, a perch, biggest 2 3/4, anything over that size would be lovely. Chub anything over 3 pound, and a tench anything over 4 pound, and any sort of carp, because I've never yet caught a river carp. Hopefully I will do. It's been very enjoyable days fishing. The time's gone so quick again. So I think this will be the last cast this time. It's 3:30 now. I could stay here longer. I'm just thinking that, you know, if it gets too dark for me to pack my stuff, although I've got a light up here, I've got a light with me if I need it. So all my fish have all come from down there, as they did the last time I fished this peg. I will give other pegs a go up here, definitely. But no doubt about it, it definitely seems to be a stretch for roach up here, and nice roach as well. It doesn't actually look so chubby here as it does at Betley Bridge around the bend where I've fished before. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and then I'm going to call it a day. And if I don't catch anything else in the next 5 minutes, I'll say goodbye now, and I'll give you my update later on. and then I'll see you on the next one. Well, thanks for watching anyway, and unless anything else happens in the next 5 minutes, bye for now. Hi, just an update on today's session up the river. Most enjoyable session it was too. I didn't know what to expect when I went up there again. For the 3rd time running, the river was flooded across the fields, but to my amazement there was more swims available to fish today than there was last time. I could have had a pick of several different pegs, but I chose the one that I fished last time simply because I enjoyed it last time, and I had quite a few bites, and I knew it was a snag-free swim, so I thought, why not give it another go, and I certainly enjoyed doing that. I ended up in the end with about 6 roach, nice roach as well. Most of them were £half a pound, the majority of them, and 3 small bream, the biggest being about 1.5 pounds. So yeah, I really did enjoy it, and most of the fish came on red maggots. That's something that certainly is beginning to become a norm up there, is red maggots. I tried white maggots and I didn't have a single bite on white maggots at all. And bread flake, apart from one bite, that was pretty non-existent today as well. I had one fish on worm, but it was red maggots that was doing most of the damage. Not sure if I'll be going again next week or not yet. We'll have to see. But if I do go, when I do go, I will certainly be going on that stretch again. Not sure if I'll be fishing that swim again or not, because there are other swims up there that warrant a go without any question. Nice to see Mark up there today as well. That was nice. He gave me a few pointers, a few tips that most appreciated, and I should definitely put them into practice the next time I go there. Although I did, he was telling me to fish over the other side. You could see the bream feeding over there. I think I was a bit slow in reacting to doing that when I should have done it a lot earlier. Maybe I should have scaled down from a size 10 hook to maybe 16. That's something else I'll do next time as well. The only reason I'm using a size 10 hook is because quite often I use a big bit of bread flake just to see if there's any chub about. And if you use a small hook like a 16, it's very difficult to keep it on the hook. So that was why I done that. I was very, very pleased with the ground bait I used today. Very pleased, and I'm glad I got stacks of that here. I only used half a bag of that cheese and garlic ground bait, and it lasted me all day. I was well pleased with that. So that's definitely something that I will be using again, and also the setup, which I have to thank Nick for, who I watch on Avon Angling. It wasn't exactly the same, but it was more or less the same as how he does it. Although I had a 6 pound line going straight through the hook, but you know, generally speaking, it was the same way as what he fishes. So I was well pleased with that. Learning all the time, picking up tips, and certainly was good. I had plenty of bites again today. It went through spells where it went quiet, but it always does. But then again, it came on again mid-afternoon. You know, I think it went quiet from about 12:30, 1:45, till about 2:30, 2:45, and then the bites started coming back on again. So it really is a lovely stretchy river to fish up there. You know, and I found it quite by accident, really, that peg, simply because when I went up there before, where the river had flooded, I couldn't fish the places that I normally fish, so I had to look for somewhere else. And I just stumbled across that peg, being the only peg last time I went fishing that was fishable. So, but you could see the river itself had dropped to what it was last time I went there, even though there was much, much more water in the fields. My God, I don't know where it's all coming from, that water. It really is saturated. It's going to take ages for that to completely go. Yes, so the situation is I might go again next week, but I very much doubt it. I will probably be going in another couple of weeks' time or something like that, weather permitting, of course, but won't totally rule it out for next week. So I'm glad, hope you enjoyed it anyway. I certainly did, and as I say, I ended up with 6 roach, nice roach of about ½ pound, and 3 small bream up to about £1.5 pounds. No chub today, no perch, but maybe another day. So anyway, thanks for watching, and enjoy your own angling, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.